Okie dokie. So here we have Alexandra. Say hi to the camera.
Hello.
And you want to learn how to code, right?
Yes.
So how much experience do you have so far?
0.
Like nada, no experience at all.
I think I tried to look into some C+,
Oh, C++.
Harvard courses online, but never got through it.
That's like the most difficult language to learn.
Maybe that's why I didn't get through it. Yeah, but no, 0, none. But now I want to learn.
Right. And you want to go for like websites and apps, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to build my own business, and for that I need
to
build and get rich. And for that I need to be able to build websites or apps.
Right. These melons are awesome, by the way.
Good.
So
healthy snacks.
Yeah, we've got lots of healthy snacks here, which Alexandra bought. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be eating a lot during the session. So what we're going to do today is like start from the very beginning, okay? And we're going to use HTML, which is like the language of the web, which like the first websites like in the 90s have been written with HTML and is still present today, okay?
So it's timeless, that's what
it's totally timeless, yeah. And there are so many people who said that HTML is going to die eventually, but it's still here.
That's good you say so, because one of the concerns that I would have is that I learn to develop in one language and then it will go out of date.
Yeah, so remember Flash?
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of years ago, Flash was very omnipresent. Like everyone was doing Flash, like in all these games and videos, there was all Flash.
Okay.
And at some point, Steve Jobs came around and built the very first iPhone, and he said Flash sucks. And they didn't put Flash on the iPhone, and that's when Flash died. And all the people who are doing Flash lost their jobs.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. And that's something, had to learn something new. So
could that happen with HTML?
Well, I cannot look in the future, but
that's a shame.
The big difference between Flash and the web is Flash was created by a company, Adobe, okay? And the web, it's not owned by a company.
Right, that's a good point.
It's an open standard, okay. So there's probably no reason why it should go away.
Okay, HTML it is. That's right. It is.
So I'm going to hand you over the keyboard and the mouse. I prepared a file for you over here. It's called index.html. And this is the file which gets opened when someone accesses your website. Okay?
Okay.
So we're going to edit that. So just go ahead and drag that on this B icon.
What's B?
It's called B edit, or just click on, yeah. Yeah. So that's just a text editor. Okay, it does nothing else than you write in text.
Okay.
And you can see that I've already prepared a little bit of it. But for the moment, you can ignore this stuff. Okay. The only thing you have to know is that this stuff, this here, like for example, everything that you see in those brackets, that's called a tag. Okay.
How do you spell that tag?
T-A-G.
Oh, a tag. Okay.
Yeah. So there's an HTML tag.
Yeah.
And there's a head tag and the body tag. And what it does is it will basically describe how your website looks like and how its structure is. Okay, so maybe that's better. So this describes the structure of the website. And for example, this thing here, this is a title tag. And if you want to give your website a name, like for example, Alexandra's Healthy Snacks website, you can put the name of the website in here. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
So you can just go ahead and put the cursor between those two tags where it says title. And
here?
just type in, I don't know, Alexandra's website or something like that. Yeah. You can save it by pressing Command S. Yep. And now just double click the index.html. Yep. And now it says Alexandra's website.
Cool.
Okay.
So when I want to build a website, is this kind of the skeleton for a website?
Yes. So this is the very beginning, the skeleton you start with.
So I can start with any website. This would be kind of like the the starting point, and then I would fill in.
Yes, actually, the word skeleton is the correct technical term.
Great.
Where did you get that?
Just because I'm smart. No. I was just thinking about the same way as you open a document, then you have like the bullet points on what it will go through, and this is the same, so you fill in stuff to that, and then in the end you have the complete.
It's like a template.
A template, yes. Okay.
All right. So now, the main part of the website is still blank, like it's just a white screen. So you want to fill that.
Okay.
Now go back to your editor. You can leave the website open. Yeah.
Yeah.
And between those two body tags, you see them?
These two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just click there, press return. And now you can put in content. So type something like hello world or something.
So body means the main content of the site.
Yes, exactly. I'll press Command S to save.
So I need to press Command Save every time for it to show up on my website.
Yes, you always need to save the file here.
Yeah.
And then go to website, and now you can either press on the reload button on the top left, but what's even cooler, if you're a real hacker, you press Command R. R for reload. Yep, there you go. So now,
cool. I already built a website.
So this hello world is the first thing that every programmer does the first time. So that's your first lesson.
Okay.
That's also the first thing that I ever did when I started coding.
Very good. Just one question.
Yes.
How will the two of those connect? How does this one know that I'm putting this into it? Do you understand?
So what's happening is, like, for example, imagine this was a Word document, okay? And on the left, you're editing your Word document, okay? And the thing, like the browser, you just open your Word file. And it shows how it looks like.
Right.
So now this is the same thing. You're opening this index.html file in your editor and also in the browser. And the browser just reads what's in the file.
Okay. Okay.
I think you will get it eventually.
Yeah.
No worries.
Thank you. Eventually, yes. Hopefully. Okay.
And all right.
So every time I want to build something, I start with this skeleton. I give my website a name, and then I start to put in content on the website as how I want it to look.
Exactly. Well, the thing is, this works a little different than Word documents. So, for example, let's say you want to write 2 lines. Okay, so the first line is hello world, and the second word is, I don't know, today is Sunday or so, whatever you want. Just
besides it's Saturday, but
it's Saturday. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I was in my mind fishing tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So just hit return and type something, whatever you want.
So this is a German keyboard. It's a challenge for me. Where's the
I'm sorry.
Today is a wonderful day.
Yes. And save it.
Oh yeah.
And go to browser and reload.
Reload like a hacker.
So now everything is in one line, right? But that's not what you typed on the left, right?
No.
So the problem is browsers ignore new lines.
Okay.
And you have to tell the browser why you want to break a new line.
Okay.
And what you do is go to your editor, and behind your hello world, you need to add a new tag. So write one of these brackets here, yeah, exactly, and type in BR. Now BR stands for break.
Okay.
Like break line.
Yeah.
Save it. How did you just type Command Tab?
Yes, sorry.
Where did you learn that?
A little bit ahead. Okay, well, I am a daily user of a computer like many other people. So even though I don't know actually most shortcuts on my Mac, I do know some of them that I need to survive or to work
Because I was about to tell you about the command tab, but I was like, nah, maybe that's too much.
Okay, you underestimating me.
Probably.
All right. Yeah. No, there's a lot of things I don't know, but I do know some things. Okay.
Wow. So in theory, you could completely use the keyboard only right now. Like you probably don't really need the mouse. You can just type, hit Command Tab, and go to a browser and never touch the mouse.
Is that the goal? To only use the keyboard?
It's not a goal, but
it's faster.
It's very efficient. Yeah.
All right. So what I just did was pressing Command Tab. That switched to the Chrome website or the browser. And then I pressed Command Reload, and then the site looked like that. Yeah.
So now you have added a new line, right?
Cool.
By the way, I also that's what I would personally do. Just go like this. And then you have like a nice view.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I see.
So the break is for new lines. Let's do a bullet point list.
Okay.
Okay. So just for example, like grocery shopping list.
Okay.
So try to add like a title over here, like my groceries to buy or something like that.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Here, right? Break.
Yep. Yep. And now hit return.
Save first.
Yeah.
Oh, return. Okay, yeah.
And now the way you do a bullet point list is you need a new tag, and that's called UL.
So I do like this?
Yes.
UL? Is that a bullet?
UL stands for unordered list. So that's wrapping your list, but I'll show you in a second. Now the thing is, you have opened this UL, you also need to close it. Okay. So this is like the starting point of your list. You have to like define what's the end point. Like for example, you have an opening tag for the head, but there's also like closing tag for the head, right? So I have to do the same thing for the UL.
And the same for the title. Opening the title, closing the title. What happens if I don't do that?
It's going to break.
So it won't show anything on the
Yeah, it's going to look like totally broken.
So it's ready for an input, and then I put the input, and then I need to close it.
Yes, exactly. Now, I hate to interrupt, but if you want to see more videos like this one, click the subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified when a new video is uploaded.
Yes, okay, so now we created the UL.
Yeah, now close the UL.
But don't I want to put something into it before I close it?
But usually it's better to have the start and the end, and then just put the stuff in the middle.
So that I don't forget?
Yes.
Okay.
But you missed a slash. Like look at the head and head.
Oh, you didn't tell me I need to put that in the closing. Okay, so that goes in the closing?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And now between those tags.
That's how you recognize them, but you tell them apart. That's how you tell them apart, the opening and the closing.
Exactly.
Okay, I see.
Now go into the middle of those two, and hit return. Return. Yep. And another return.
But does it matter that if I press first space and then return?
Oh, that's no problem.
Okay.
Another one. And now you could put in there. Now we're going to put in the bullet points.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's called an LI. So you put in the LI tag.
So I need to memorize these things.
Yes.
Or I need to keep a list that says, okay, bullet point UL.
Yeah.
I can do that in the beginning?
Yeah, so trust me, after a while you will just memorize it. And if you don't remember, you can just look it up on the web.
So it comes with doing it on a regular basis, then you will remember what those tags you need would be.
Yes.
So say again, now I put what?
LI.
Tag.
Tag. And close. Right.
Oh.
Or slash, you need a slash. Okay. Now between those two LI tags, you put in what you want to buy, like for example, cucumbers.
What? Say again. What was li?
List item.
Oh. So this is the bullet point list, and this is one item.
Yes.
Ah, so I need to do that for each item.
Only the li for each item.
Yeah. Okay. So cucumber.
Yep.
You're gonna make the snack list for today.
Yes.
And another one?
Yeah,
oh, do I need bracket?
So if you're smart, you just copy the whole line.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, exactly. Just copy it. And then create a new line and paste it in. And then just replace the cucumber with, I don't know.
But don't I need to put bracket here to have it? Why not? Because it's already a bullet list. To have it go on the next line?
Oh, so a bullet point list automatically creates those break lines.
Okay, good. Sorry. So then, besides from that, we have tomatoes. Actually, it's cherry tomatoes.
Well, that's very important.
Big difference. And we make a new one. So we have carrots.
I think that's enough, probably.
We need also the toasted coconut.
Where's the toasted coconut? Where is it?
Very important snack. Just because this is what you are learning today.
So
coconut to eat.
Up until now, I didn't know that this exists. But it's dried coconut, isn't it?
Toasted coconut.
Or toasted.
Yeah. It's really, really good and it's really, really healthy. And next time we're going to drink coconut water because it rehydrates you and it has a lot of electrolytes. Or what it's called in English, I don't know. Okay, moving on.
Very good.
This is our shopping list. I save it. I command tab.
Yes.
I press command reload and here we have it.
You're such a good learner.
Yay! Okay, good. Wait. Let's see if it continues. That's the goal, obviously, but so far, so good.
So is something like unclear? Do you have any questions?
No. I mean,
really?
Yes, obviously, I want to put in images and such for my shopping list. Actually, I would like to add emojis to it, but I guess that's the next level.
Oh, emojis?
Yeah.
Or images? So emojis do not exist like in HTML. But you can put it in like you would do on a normal Mac. I'm going to show you later.
Okay.
Actually, I think there's a shortcut. Wait a second. What was the shortcut for an emoji? Was it... No? Wait a second. Like, where's the emoji shortcut? Command Control Spacebar. Command Control Spacebar. Oh, there you go.
Cool.
So you could like put in another of those bullet points, or maybe just put it behind the coconut, right?
There is a coconut.
So you go Control Command Space like that, and just pick my emoji.
We pick the coconut.
Is there a coconut?
Yes. Go under drink and food. I do know my.
Oh, there's one. Right. So save it and reload.
Yay! Awesome! So until I learn how to put in images, this is a good start to make it a little bit more interesting to
But
look
images are pretty easy too. So if you want, we can put in an image now.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's create a new line under that list.
So we closed the list now.
Yeah, it's already closed.
Yeah, but you mean after the list? So then I put a bracket or?
Yes, so it's called an image tag, so that's spelled IMG.
But don't I want to do a bracket first, or is it a first?
Anything above and below a bullet point list always gets the break automatically.
Okay, that's good.
So you don't need it.
Okay, so you say image, that is
IMG,
and I close it. Space.
And SRC.
SRC. Yeah.
Equals
Okay.
and then quotation marks.
Like this?
Yes, perfect. Now, the thing is, we need an image first, right? So I would say let's just Google for an image or so, see if we can find something.
Can you tell me what SRC stands for?
SRC stands for source.
Okay.
So we're going to get like an image from somewhere, and then we're going to put it in the source.
Okay, it's just to understand the line behind what the logic behind what we're asking for in the line. So image, put in an image from a source.
Yes.
This source. Okay.
Exactly.
I need to close this as well.
In this case, no.
Okay. So always except from the rule always apply except from when it doesn't apply.
So the rule is, if we have something that you put in between two tags, like the title, for example, then you always need a closing tag. But an image is just an image, so there's nothing that you put in between.
Yeah, you don't really have to open and close anything. Besides the quotation points.
Yes.
Right, okay.
So that's where the name of the file is going.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say let's just go to Chrome and search for, like, open a new tab. Can do Command T. Yeah. And just Google for a coconut image or so. Yeah. Hit return. And click on images.
Could also have done mango. That's my favorite fruit. Cool.
We can just use that image.
This one?
Yeah, just right click it and it says wait, Bild speichern unter, the one up there. Get in the coconuts.
Learn to coconut.
It's gonna be your new YouTube channel, like coconut coding.
Yeah.
So let's be just co. Code. Now that.
Coconut. Coconut.
So I get a picture of that coconut. So right click that image.
Are you recording now?
Yeah.
Okay. Oops. Coco. Right click.
And save it. And save it to the desktop. So that's Schreibtisch on top left. Up. Yeah.
Tisch.
I should have probably changed it to.
No, it's good. It will give me German lessons as well. And we call it coconut.
Yeah. And save it.
Sichern.
Sicher. So now go to your file online. And while we said source, between those two quotation marks, you put in the name of the file. So it's coconut.jpeg.
Oh, so this one.
Yeah.
I put this.
Yeah.
The whole name.
Yeah.
All right. Not.jpeg, and then it automatically knows that this is the file it has to look for?
Yes.
So.
Because it's at the same place where your index HTML is.
Makes sense then that files cannot be called the same thing for that reason as well, because then it doesn't know which one to pick.
But if the file was in a different directory, you can go like, I don't know, whatever directory /coconut.jpg.
Ah!
Yeah.
So if it was not on the desktop, you mean?
Yeah. So let's say it was in your downloads folder.
Right.
You could go like downloads /coconut.jpg.
Like this, downloads.
Yes.
Like this?
Yeah.
Ah.
But I think it would be a capital D, but yeah, whatever. It's fine.
It has to be a capital?
I think on Mac OS, the downloads folder uses a capital D.
So what you're telling me is it has to be the exact name. So if the coconut was with a capital C, I had to put capital C?
So in this case, I think yes, but on the web later, probably not.
Okay.
So don't worry about it. So save it.
Save, Command Tab.
And reload. Yeah, there it is.
Nice.
Easy, right? So now we have an image. let's do a link.
Let's say I don't want this space right here. What do I do? Or I don't want the space right here.
So we can fix that later. We need something that's called CSS for that. CSS is used for changing how something looks.
Okay.
Because HTML is for the structure. Okay, you can't change like the font size. Oh, there's a squirrel.
What?
A squirrel.
Where?
It's gone. It's hiding under the tree.
Oh. Okay.
So HTML is used for how for the structure, and CSS is for how the whole thing looks like. For example, if you want to change the color of text, if you want to change the font size, and also distance.
Okay.
Okay. But we're going to do that in a couple of minutes.
Right. Not important right now. We have the shopping list.
Yes. So
okay.
Let's do a link. So add a new line below that.
So bracket?
No, just new line. And a link is called an anchor. So all you need is just an A space. And then you need to define the target of your link, right? So that's called an href. So that's href equals, then 2 quotation marks.
Makes sense. Anchor, and then I'm looking for a source as well again here.
That's actually the target, so that's not a source.
No, but okay. Same concept as when I want to get something like an image.
Yes.
Okay.
So in between those 2 quotation marks, you put in the target, like for example,
coconut.com.
Coconut.com.
Let's see what it has to offer.
Okay. And on the right of that, you close the A tag. Yes. And between the opening and the closing tag, you can type in some text like what you want the link to say, like click me to go to coconut.com or whatever.
Okay.
Or just click me, should be fine. Yes, save and reload. Yep, there's a link. Right, so you can click if you want, and let's see where we land when we click on. Oh, okay, we did a mistake. Now go back in the. I think it needs to be www.coconut.com.
Right, I was actually wondering. Like this?
Right, yeah, save it. I think you need to go back to our page. Yeah. Reload. Yeah, click it. It's not working.
Maybe there's no such thing.
No, I think it is. There's. No, you type coconut.
Oops. That's probably not a good idea. Coconut.
Coconut. There you go. Or you can buy it if you want to.
I want to.
Do you want to buy coconut.com?
Why does no one have that?
It's probably super expensive.
Right.
Costs like a couple of millions.
Then it's probably a little bit boring. Let's pick something else.
You need to click on all, yeah.
Okay. This is not going to be what we have to spend all that time on. Now I'm just curious what it would actually be.
$5.88. I highly doubt that's the price.
Okay, let's pick something else. Facebook.
So you can go to rewe.com. I think that exists.
That makes sense. Let's just close this. Go back here.
Yeah. So you need to add something in front of the www. And I think you need to add like HTTP colon 2 slashes. Yeah, saved. Yeah, there you go. That works. Rewe is a supermarket in Germany, by the way, for anyone who was wondering.
Yeah, I'm not sure they have coconuts though. But...
I know.
Okay, but it's on our list anyway. I will check it out. Okay.
There's also one thing that we forgot, and that's the these are so-called headings. And you usually use them at the top, like the title of your website. And there are different levels of headings. So there's a heading level 1, level 2, level 3. For example, if you have like main title, Alexandra's website, and you have a subtitle called Healthy Snacks Every Day, I know. And that would be the second level heading. Okay, so let's try that. And I would put it on the top somewhere, right after, like above the Hello World thing. Okay. A little low. Yeah, exactly. And press return. And now type a new tag and call it H1. Yes. And close it.
For headline.
Yes. And between that, you can, I don't know. Usually I use the same as you put in the title on the top. So you can just say Alexandra's website or whatever. Okay, and now below that, let's do a subheading. So that would be an H2. So the same thing, but H2 instead of H1. Yep. And in the middle, you can type in whatever you want as a subtitle. Yep, that's it. Save, reload. Yeah. See? And automatically puts in the right font size and everything.
Yeah, except if I don't want that size, I need to use the other program you talked about.
Yes, so we're going to do that now.
Okay.
So that's called CSS, and it looks very different. So it's not with those brackets and everything. But put it in the same file.
Okay.
Put in a new line below the title. Yep. Open a new tag and call it style. Sorry, it's a German keyboard, isn't it? And close it.
Style.
Yep.
What happened?
What are you doing? Yep, perfect. And put in a new line between those brackets. Actually, 2 new lines. 1 more, yeah. And in there, you want to put in some CSS. Now, the way this works is you have to tell the browser which element you want to style.
Okay.
Okay, so for example, if you want to style the H1, the headline, you have to tell it.
Okay.
So go back to the H1.
Yes. Here?
Yeah. Press space and type in class equals quotation marks. Yep. And let's give it a name, and we can call it, for example, title. And you make that totally up. Okay. And now go back to your style. Up a little. Yep. 1 more down. Yes. And type in a dot and then title. And then, so now we're basically telling it we want to style this element.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to use curly braces for that. Do you know how to type in curly braces?
Yeah, I don't know where they are on this keyboard.
Oh yeah, sorry. So it's Alt and 8.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Now hit return. One more. And between the curly braces, so you need to go up one with your cursor. Hit tab once. Yep. And now, for example, let's say you want to change the color. Okay. So you type in color.
In English or in
Yes.
American?
American English.
That's it.
Colon. Space. And then the word red, for example. And then a semicolon. No, that's the other one. This one here. Yeah. And save it. And reload. Yep.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately I'm thinking, what if I don't like this nuance of red? That's more advanced, I know, but...
It's a little bit more advanced, but not that difficult. Yeah, we can maybe do that later or so.
Okay. You're the professor.
I am.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
What else do you want to change?
Let me see. I think then I would like to change the fact that shopping list has a space here.
Okay. So let's go to your UL tag. That's your list tag. And give it a new class.
Give it a new one.
A class, like you did here.
Right. Space.
Just give it a name like list or whatever, my list, whatever you want. Oh, no spaces. And now go up to your style thingy.
This one?
Yeah. Hit
Or
return.
here?
No.
A new one?
New line, yeah. And do the same thing. Dot and the name of your class.
Dot. Title.
No.
Oh.
It's not called title. What is it called?
Right. True. It's called list.
Yeah.
Dot list.
Then curly braces. Yep. Return.
I have to. Okay.
Yeah.
And here.
Hit return. And now hit tab.
Right. Tab.
So you always need a little bit of indentation. You don't have to do it. It still works without the indentation.
You mean this one?
Indentation means using tabs, so it moves to the right.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So you don't have to do it. It still works if you don't do it, but it helps a lot to keep your code organized.
It's easier to keep track on.
Yeah, it's like if it gets more and more and more, it gets really hard to read it. Right?
Yeah, okay, I see. Right.
So let's get rid of that spacing. So now type in margin.
Type in?
Yes. The word margin. Dash. No, that's a slash. Yep. Top. Colon. Space. And then 0. px. And a semicolon. Okay. So what this does is it will select your list, and margin top says margin is the distance here, and we want the top distance, so this is the one here.
Yeah.
And we set it to 0 pixels. And the semicolon always ends one line. See? We also did the same for the color here.
Yeah.
There always needs to be a semicolon at the end.
It ends, and if I don't put it?
It's going to break your layout probably.
So Let's say I put 1 pixel.
We can play around with it.
Okay.
So save that and reload. There you go.
Cool.
So if you want to increase it or make it lower, you just change the 0 value to whatever you want, like 1, 10, 20. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. And then let's say I want to do the same down here. Can I then just take this?
You can add multiple styles within those 2 curly braces.
I can add?
Yeah, so...
But I can, like, for example, let's say I want to do the same here.
Yes. So you just go at a new line within there, yeah, hit return. And now you just do the same thing with margin bottom.
Ah.
Because now it's at the bottom, right?
But how does it know that?
Well, that's just experience.
But bottom, how does it know it's the bottom of the list?
Because we were selecting it. We were saying dot list.
Ah!
And we were telling it, hey, we want to change the margin at the bottom of this list.
And it knows it's the list.
Yes.
No, it knows that UL is the list? Or it's because we called it list?
It's because we called it list.
And list doesn't close until here, so that means it's the bottom. Or?
Well, bottom means let me show you something actually.
So it's not the bottom. Yeah, okay.
So let me show you something. I can actually make this a little visible. So let's say I'm going to change the margin bottom to 0, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to add something more, which is border. So now you see it. So this box is your list. Okay? So it starts here and ends here. And when you say margin bottom, it's going to check, okay, where does this list end? So obviously it ends here and then changes the margin here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it's just because I don't understand how it knows what bottom is.
The browser just knows.
Okay. It's intelligent.
It's smart enough.
Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty. So that's actually another thing you can learn, the border property.
Mm-hmm.
So let's actually do that. So you try it on your own.
Yeah.
So just type in border. Whoops.
Let's just.
Yep.
Okay.
I think you need to focus on the
border.
Hold on. Space. Now you can define how thick you want the border to be. Okay?
You mean make how wide or how?
No, how thick.
Okay.
So
let's make it 10.
Yes. So you need to use pixels. So px. Okay. Space. Now you can define how you want the border to look. So you can make it a solid border, or you can make it like dashed, or you can make it dotted. So let's do a solid one first.
Okay.
Type in solid, space, and then the color, whatever you want. Yep. And semicolon. No, the other one. Yep. And save it. Now reload. Yep.
Nice, or not nice, but but it works.
And you can do that to every element.
Okay? Yeah. Okay.
You can also pick like the title, like select a website, and put a border around that if you want.
Let's try to do that.
Sure. Oh no, sorry. So that's the wrong title. So we have two different titles. We have this title. Okay.
Yeah.
This reflects the title over here.
Right. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
And there's this title, which is this.
Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we just make a new one then?
No, we already have one for the title.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
So border.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make that 20 pixels, and then we make it dash.
The dashed, yeah.
And we make it green.
Yes. You're a talent. See?
I'm not sure. I think everyone could do that. It looks horrible, but we did it.
Yes. So this is just an exercise, right? Eventually you're gonna have to create something more sensible.
You don't think this makes sense?
You can put it up, maybe get rich. I highly doubt that.
Okay. Yeah, this is not exactly what I'm looking to build, but it's a starting point.
So
Okay.
let's say you don't like the font, right? So it's now using Times New Roman or something like that. Let's say you want to use a different font like Arial. Okay?
Okay.
Which looks probably a little prettier. Now the thing is, let's say you wanted to change the font for all the text here. It would take a long time to put in a class for each element, and then define the font for each element. Like, that's totally annoying. So what you can do is you can define it for all the text. Okay?
Good.
So as you can see, the content is wrapped by a body tag, right? So you can tell it everything that's within body should get a font. Okay, so go to your style. I think it's best to put it on the top because it's like a rule for everything.
Okay.
Hit return. Type in body and curly braces.
What you're saying is,
And return. Yeah.
we need to keep it organized.
Yes, exactly. Like your desktop.
Like the German way.
Keep it organized.
Yes. Okay, good.
Hit return. And now between the curly braces, put in font with a T, dash.
Not like a chicken font.
No.
Dash.
A dash, not a space. Yep. Family.
Family.
Colon. And then whatever font you want to use, I think maybe Arial would be fine. So, and semicolon.
But okay, semicolon, boring, semicolon.
The other colon.
I can't tell them apart every time.
Okay, save it. And reload. So now the font has changed, right? But for everything.
Nice.
Now a few things.
Let's try to make the headline a different font.
Yeah, just one thing I want to point out.
Okay.
So when you select the body, you didn't put in a dot, right?
Right.
But it still worked.
Okay.
So the reason for that is the dot means that you want to select a class, like this one that you gave it. And you can also select the tag here, like H1, H2. And if you want to do that, you just don't use the dot like you did here. You just select the body like that. The problem with this is you shouldn't do this very often. It's better to always use a class because let's say you have multiple elements with the same tag and then you would style all of them.
Oh.
Right? If you like, for example, you get multiple H1s and you use H1 over here, you would select all of them.
Right.
And maybe you don't want that. So it's always good to put in a class, right? And then use a dot selector.
Why didn't we do that then?
There can be only one body in a website.
Okay.
So in this case, we don't run in the danger of, colliding.
Okay, but if you want to be on the same safe side, you would just always do that.
Yes.
So that would look like putting class instead.
You want to do it now?
Yeah, how would it look like?
Yeah, you can do that.
So I would put here instead, I would put class.
A dot.
Oh, right, dot.
And then whatever class you want to name it, you can You can stick with body if you want, but you can also name it differently. You can call it main. Call it main. Yeah, remove the body. Yeah. And now you have to give your body a class in your HTML.
Yes. So
No, not there.
Okay. Oops.
So that's bracket too much. So you have to delete that line. And remove the bracket on the right. Yes, so that's better. So it's always open a bracket, put in your stuff, and then close the bracket.
So then what again is, I'm looking to change now the headline, right?
No. So we need to give our body a class. Okay, so find your body tag in your HTML.
Find my body tag, but it's this one.
Yes, that's one. And does it have a class yet?
No.
So add one.
So I add it here?
No, the way you did it with the other classes.
So I then hit 1, hit 2. I don't remember how I did it.
So look at the h1 class equals title. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So it's the tag h1.
So I need to put body?
No, you need to put it right after the word body.
Here.
Yes.
Like this.
Yes.
Okay. Class.
Quotation marks.
Okay.
Very good.
And then up here.
Oh, that's fine. Maybe you want to do some intending on that one, so you can see that this one has the spacing and this one has not. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so what do you want to do with the headline?
I want to change the font.
The font of only the headline?
Only the headline.
How do you want to change it?
Maybe I should put my phone on silent. I
That's
want to change it to a different font. So I put main, then instead I put...
So wait.
Do I do a new one then?
So do you want to change only the headline?
Yes.
Okay.
Only H1.
Okay, so that means you have to put in the font family only for the title. Okay?
Okay. So for this one, that's H1.
Yes.
So I put a new one like this?
No,
or
within the curly braces.
So within this one?
No, that's the main thing.
This is the title?
Yes.
Okay, but... It's because this is the title.
Yes.
Okay,
exactly.
Now I see. I'm referring to it differently. Okay. Okay, so it has the color, it has the border, and now I want to add the font family. And we let's do this one, even though
I've been thinking the same thing.
Horrible. Please never use Comic Sans. We're gonna do it anyway here.
So you forgot the semicolon at the end.
Right.
And I think it's called Comic Sans MS. I'm not sure. We have to check. I think in this case, you have to put in the whole Comic Sans MS thing into like quotation marks.
That's it.
Oh yeah, you have to remove the one on the right. So the second one. So put in quotation marks. Yes, and then on the right.
Why do I need to do that?
So now I put this to, yeah, exactly. So there are certain fonts which are web standard fonts, which are Arial, Times New Roman, stuff like that. But some fonts are not web standards.
Yeah.
And you need to put them into quotation marks.
And MS stands for Microsoft?
Yes.
Because it's a Microsoft font.
Yep, it is.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if that worked because I'm not sure if I have Comic Sans installed on this one. So
It's okay if you don't have it.
yeah, it works.
Ah! Oh, it's ugly.
Beautiful. I think this is the most beautiful website I've ever seen.
Yes.
It's a piece of art.
It actually is a little piece of art. Okay.
Sounds good?
Yes.
You feeling confident?
Yes.
You're a coder now?
I'm a coder.
Give me a nerd code high five.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Timo.
You're welcome.
I think this is cool.
So see you in the next episode, right? And say bye-bye to your audience.
I'm eating. I think it's not good.
No, just wave. Wave is fine. I think I'm gonna get addicted to this.
Yes.
Isn't it like lots of sugar?
This one has a little bit of sugar on it. You can get them without, then obviously they don't taste as good. But
Oh, it's like added sugar?
they are baked with sugar, I think.
Okay.
But you can get them without.
Okay.
But they are really good.
Yeah.